YouTube, hello Twitch. This time, up Token Hunter. Not a meme, this is actually a pretty strong deck generally. This list is actually pretty close to the list that I made for the original day. I didn't get around to playing this deck. Some time has passed since then, and people have refined the deck very slightly. My version has the typical beginning. I still got the Awakening Tremors in here. They have been nerfed by 1 attack, but I still think they're a big threat. It does mean the Observer of Mythos is a little... Myths. Is a little bit... Sorry, I've been reading some Lovecraft. Bear with me. The Observer of Myths is very slightly worse now, because the Awakening Tremors were really good to, pump that up an extra level. Still, though, bunch of tokens. Your opponent has to deal with them. Very annoying. Slither Spear gets up there pretty quickly. Very annoying. I've also got some snakes in here so that I can leave 2 stealth minions on the board, block the board space, and then eventually I will play my RC Rampage. And instead of getting 6/1/1s, we know the sweet spot is either 4 3/3s or 3 4/4s. That gives you the maximum statage for the mana cost. And it's disgusting. Obviously, we'd also want to play the... Jungle Gym, which is doing disgusting things. And then finally, along all of this, we've also got Saddle Up in here as well, so the tokens, can become sticky as well. We have Ziliax Deluxe in here. It's on the cost 1, less for each minion in play, which was also nerfed recently by 1 mana, but I still think it's strong enough to go into this deck. And it gives my other minions +1/+1. Very good when you're swarming with tokens. The cards, I would say, are slightly... maybe off-piste a little bit for the deck normally. I've got Skill Command in here as a one-off. I was kind of struggling for the last 2 or 3 cards what to put into the deck. And a bunch of these guys, they're beasts, right? So it's pretty easy to make sure you have a beast up. And sometimes 3 mana deal 5 damage will just get you over the line to kill your opponent. The other card that I think is a little bit off-piste is Hearthstone Brew. I can definitely see worlds where I empty my hand very quickly, and Hearth will just clear that mess up. So that is the game plan. Without further ado, let's get going. Now, again, I concede. Normally I test decks before I play them, or I test them a little bit just to make sure that they aren't just complete brown water. I've not tested this one either, but it's fine, right? My rogue went 3 and 4. Very conservatively went 3 and 4. But no, I just don't see how this one can be that far off. Even with stuff like Barrel of Monkeys, which I'm actually going to... Well, do I keep it? I really want a 1-drop. Actually, I'm going to send it. But even stuff like Barrel of Monkeys, which... Sure, it's a card, but it's... Okay, thanks. It's a 3 cards within a card, basically. I just thought I've not played with this board yet. Aha! I have so many 2-drops. Let's get smorking. Really need to draw into RC Rampage right now. We're setting up the scene and keeping the 1/1 safe behind the big 1/4. Also, in terms of, card draw, Patchwork Palace is another 1 card that gives you 3 cards.
My pain doesn't compare to your plague.
Okay, this thing always scares me. So I am going to clear it. I'm always worried they're going to spread the Death Rattle into another minion and then just, If they spread it onto the one that, you know, gets reborn back every time you excavate, very soon they put like 12 or something plagues in your deck, and you're kind of just in a losing position then.
Only need one.
As it so happened, we were actually punished. If I hadn't done it, it was the correct play. But I could RC Rampage into RC Rampage. Is that particularly good? Probably not. We kill a guy. If they clear my board, we've got another one behind it. Don't have a one drop, okay. That's all the AoE done, though. I think that's all their AoE, right? The 2 Tomb Traitors.
Candle much lighter.
Ooh, okay. Spicy turn incoming. Is Leok better here, actually? To get even more damage? I'm thinking of this into RC Rampage, but actually maybe Huffer into RC Rampage is better. Or Leok into RC Rampage. It turns these into 2 attacks. Or I put a monkey. Yeah.
Just a little time pressure.
I'll trade it. I'm going to need a board space fairly soon anyway. Oh, I want to put Leok up next turn. Probably. Leok saddle up. Probably game for my opponent. Like, that's so much pressure. But yeah, this location, completely busted. Who'd have thought it? Very good. Deal 6 damage every other turn for 3 turns. Very good. For 2 mana. It all goes face. Oh, it's actually lethal. Whoopsie-daisy. I killed them too quickly. Oh no. I didn't get to use my death rattles. Actually, I should have counted more closely than that. I thought it was a little bit further away from them. In terms of reach for the health. But I would have felt stupid if I left them on 1 and I would have killed them with the button. Or 2. I think it was basically unlosable at that point, though.
Bran versus Gul'dan. Know the true essence.
Okay, well, we'll keep RC Rampage and Jungle Gym. The combo wombo. And snakes. So, Warlock is one of the classes that can deal with the snakes via Defile. Or flip the table, for that matter. I feel like of all the control decks out there, because obviously this deck should really like have a rough time into control, but I think of all of the classes that do control, it's probably Warlock that spooks me the most. I should also be very careful about the bridges I make. Okay, actually, okay, it's Wheel Lock. I couldn't decide then. This probably is the wrong play. Just defiling this would be pretty annoying for me. The weapon gives me a guaranteed minion. The jungle gym is going to be a guaranteed slot. So actually Rampage at the very least is going to give me 5 2/2s. Ah, I forgot about this card as well. Okay. Well, as I said, that's probably the worst case scenario. So 4 guys is the sweet spot.
I'll crack ya.
This also plays around Defile a little bit. Like, they're on 30 health, they're on 18 now. It's so disgusting, the location. Alright, table flip.
The horde rises.
2. 2.
Job's done.
It's just all AoE. Okay.
No one's going to believe this. Magic and magma go hand in hand.
I just have to keep putting on pressure at this point. And then we need to draw half pretty rapidly. They're very close to twisting. Flip the table doesn't clear this. Defile obviously doesn't clear this. Oh god, the other Mantle Shaper. So Saddle would make this pretty sticky, but I think Ziliax is the pressure I need. It's also fairly mana efficient. But obviously, if they have twisting, then we're pretty sad. Per beast, I only have a beast. Live board, no twisting. Which would also destroy my location, by the way, which was why I was kind of checking. Okay, no twisting. Oh, it's the Warlock out of removal! After shit-talking me in the chat. Or at least, you know, with this.
Almost out of time.
Okay. Not okay. Poor Warlock. Why would you not do mine? That would actually maybe have kept you alive now that I think about it. Although maybe... Actually, I think with the button, they weren't alive. Still, why would you not, you know, do the other one?
Versus the Lich King!
All will serve me in death.
One for the history books.
Okay. I actually can kind of see this. I'm going to send Miss back. The Barrel of Monkeys and the Awakening Tremors will feel the Mantle Shaper. The two Barrels of Monkeys now will do it. Tremors or snakes? Let me go with snakes, just in case I need to clear something. Okay, first time we've drawn Skill Command so far. So I could play the Mantle Shaper next turn. Is that the correct play? Or I could play Barrel of Monkey Coin Mantle Shaper. They're looking at drawing 4 cards, I think. Or I could do Observer of Myth. Coin Mantle Shaper, right?
No one's going to believe this. Magic and magma.
I'll trade a snake for this to deny them draw. I think it's a decent deal.
You have earned an eternal...
Hellion 4, what's new? Don't worry, Death Knight, I'm not going to draw any more cards. Three to all is obviously a bit of an issue here. Wait, which one is the one I've taken a monkey out of? This one. Alright, Snake, it's time to attack. It's turn 4, by the way. 3 to all does remove 10 damage, right? Wow. Oh my god, as if I would draw Frost Plague instantly. Might keep them alive. Oh my god. You're so lucky, opponent.
Maybe it's a trap.
So lucky. I have to trade this in.
I swear on sword. I'll crack ya. Fire and blood.
I don't trade hell yet. Just keep putting minions on the board. We have skill command plus the button incoming. As long as they're not restoring health, it's fine. The Frost Plague was annoying there. In fact, I think it saved them, right? Because they could have hit with the weapon and played kill command had I not had a 1 mana increase. And then I could have pushed the button at the end of it, so I'm pretty certain it was lethal. Also, this is control. So, you know what? I'm not as comfortable as I thought I was. Except that I have lethal. 5, yeah.
I'll crack ya.
In fact, I could have swung with the weapon. glad we got through that one as quickly as we did. I'm pretty certain, like, a turn or two later, we would have been in trouble. Ah. So I believe the hotness for mages right now is to play a bunch of bananas. No, I believe the hotness right now is to play rainbow. So it's like the best deck they can run right now. They're also one of the few classes that could probably keep up with my, like, early game tempo. And by that I mean if they play the weapon, the supersonic keyboard or whatever it's called, that cheats out quite a lot of stuff, so. Huh. Not what I was expecting. Well, a lot of damage incoming next turn. I'd have to uncloak the snakes if I use Leok, this is. And I think I will. I feel like it's another matchup again where I can't really afford to wait that long. Alright, you can have my snakes if you want. Also, what's the AoE options for Mage right now? Because Fire Sale's gone, right? Heatwave? Are they going to run Heatwave in that deck? Maybe they are, because, you know, Hunter is a thing. Blizzard is the other obvious one. Inquisitive Creation is also pretty good. Pretty good idea. Alright, is that kill commandable? I think it is. Alright, very lucky mage. The kill command didn't go face. And now we can just vomit stuff out because I'm going to play Hearth. Oh my god. Inquisitive Creation into Inquisitive Creation, pretty good. Two, 1, 3. It's pretty weak. You know what? I don't think you have any more AoE. If we lose Saddle Up, we lose Saddle Up. If they declare this, I'll just play Hearth. So they picked that. It has to have a class, but I think... So it can't be Summoning Ward. It has to be Ice Barrier, Explosive Counter. It has to be one of those three. Alright, let's do a test. Okay. So they have another 8 armor in hand. Just keep smoking.
Reality woven.
Primordial GIF is... GIF? The Primordial GIF. Nice. Glyph is not normally run in that deck. Do you call it Primordial Glyph or do you call it Primordial GIF? That's the question. Also, why? Why wouldn't you take Huffer? You could trade.
Someone's out on me.
They're on 21. I'm being pretty greedy here. Let me remove you out of 2 health range so you can't just be hit by the 1 mana spell. I'm actually going to send some damage not to the face just so that you stop gaining armor. Skill command is being used. Aggramar would be pretty good right now. That would probably put me off playing Hearth. Actually, I still don't know why you got the 3-1. It's because you're worried about the beast coming out of it, right? You still should have grabbed Huffer, though, I think. There we go. Because now you'll get a beast from this. Interesting. Unlucky. So they're at 17 right now. Well, that makes my life easier. Alright, we're a Death Knight. Mograine, pretty good here. Not bad, by the way. 6 mana, draw 8 cards. Pretty good. Puts Magatha to shame. Alright, Wisdom Ball. Do your usual. I.e., nothing. Good idea, Wisdom Ball. Very good. Well done, Wisdom Ball. Oh, I wanted to play Mograine. Wisdom Ball, do you want to do a Blizzard against my big board of minions? No, let me polymorph. I think it was like a 4-4 or a 3-3. Yes, that's the best idea here. Anyway, it feels good to go positive for a change. At the very worst, we're going to go 4 and 3. Okay, Hearth is in my hand. Is Hearth good enough to keep? No, it can't be, right? It has to just be a refill for when I'm desperate. It felt very good that game, but... this is also pretty good. I think that's one of the other things I may have considered. Like, as I said, I think there's like 3 cards in this deck that are a little bit, you know, question mark, is this good enough? Possibly putting in just...
Is this really
Wow. Potentially just throwing in a card that draws you an additional card might be better than kill command. Never mind, you can just natively draw Hearth instead. That's the other way around it.
Tuned to perfection.
Wow, this is a lot of pressure. So I could make a 5 here. Oh, I have to finale it though. That's fine. I'll do it this way around. And have the RC Rampage instead. Work for me. The 1-3 probably lives, which can trade into the 4-1 after I play the RC Rampage. Never mind. I'm kind of getting rolled right now. And what's worse is Magtharion is probably like my worst nightmare.
Hey, you! Install these for me, won't you?
Thank you. Actually, if I play Hearth and lose the audio bots, that's a nice play around for Ozic. No AoE, no Magtheridon, no somehow 5-mana Magtheridon when you haven't played any of the... No, you played one of the discounters, right?
That toy was made just for me.
No 1-1 Magtheridon, please.
I'm the perfect
Please, not Magtheridon. I think we lose if it's Magtheridon. Oh my god. Well, that sucks. Alright, new game plan is to basically just burn through my cards and then play Hearth. And hopefully be alive. But I think they got double Magtheridon, because they instantly picked the first one. Yeah. Alright, this is Demon Hunter. I think this is the actual best draw you can have. Oh, I'm dead. And by the way, Magtheridon dormant, so you can't interact with it. 1 mana deals 6 damage, which you cannot stop in any way, shape, or form. Pretty good. Pretty good. I did see a lot of jokes on the old Twitter sphere when Paladin got nerfed like a week ago and, you know, Demon Hunter rose to the top. People just showing Magtheridon going like, oh, well, this card's really good, and just showing it's a 1-mana 1-1. As you always get it from the mini, apparently. I don't think that is true, but it's almost true. Alright. Patchwork Pals, reasonable. Mantle Shaper I would have kept you if we had one of the nesting spells. Okay, I'll keep you because the game says so. Hunter is one of the other... Warrior is one of the other decks that can deal with the Hunter tokens. There's a lot of early game AoE in Bladestorm and Bellowing Flames and Sanitize. I think I called it Sterilize yesterday. Or even today, if you're watching on Twitch. That is interesting. I said this a lot, but that might mean that this is the Boom Warrior deck. If it lives, the Rampage is going to be really good. Also, if it is Boom Warrior, I know the weakness of this deck. The weakness is it has no early game. Sorry, I got surprised that the snake didn't die for some reason. I'm going to unsheath the snakes. I know that they can Sanguine Depths one of them now.
Don't worry.
So be it.
It looks great.
I think this is Highlander. Well, you're going to have the worst possible day imaginable. Holy shit, this is bad for my opponent. Is this the worst possible outcome? I think it is. That looks weird, but I'm trying to play around Bladestorm a little bit. I was going to put it on Misha, but if they Bladestorm, they can just trade it with the minion. I don't want to put it on the 2-2. I guess I could have put it on a 4-4 instead, but that would have just brought me up to 5. Actually, I guess... No, they could have got rid of the 2. Whatever. Turn 5, victory. Very nice. A good deck if you want to climb fast, right? Very quick games. Was that 5-1? Oh my god, I'm on the last game. It's 36 minutes to recording right now. This is unbelievable pace, in fact. May have spoke too soon as my game crashed. Hello, Hearthstone. What a fool I was there. Why did I alt-tab during this? That always goes wrong. I guess it gives me a moment to check any important messages. Okay, that's an important message I need to respond to in a moment. Alright, YouTube, let me pause for a second and sort this out. Alright, apologies for that, YouTube. Hopefully I get in now. Otherwise, we're gonna have to just deal with 6 games, I think. There we go. Okay. Snake's pretty good. I do like the remote control as well. I don't think I want skill command in hand. I actually don't think the remote control is good enough to hold. Famous last words. I think RC Rampage is so important. Like, it's crazy important in this deck. The other card I was fishing for was Jungle Gym, which we've not really seen a lot of. When we've seen it, it's been insane. But it's kind of just, you know, it slid by me, so to speak.
My blood boils for war.
Anyway, let me hold the snakes, I think, next turn. That's probably either Sanitize or Bellowing Flames. So I have to be careful with Sanitize, because anything with 3 health will just get insta-gibbed now. And Bellowing is probably going to be a clear almost every single time. You're only +1 attack, right? Yes. That being said, it would be pretty annoying, because they haven't got Sanitize up yet, so maybe I just play it while the going's good. Or I go for Leok. No, I think I push damage. I have an idea. I think I do both. If they do 5 and 5 again, so if it's Bellowing Flames, it's a really good clear for my opponent. They just put it on the 4-2. Which is what they're going to do. It saves the coin for Aggramar, which is kind of where I was going for there. If I draw Saddle Up, this is great. If I draw RC Rampage, this is probably great. I'm guaranteed Leok at the very least.
This is not what we stood for.
This is the Highlander deck. I'm just toying with how scared am I right now. If they play the Highlander card, they can't, because they'll die. That's the logic I'm picking now. So even though they've got Bran, who cares? You have to deal with this. I've played slightly on Bladestone by giving myself a 3-2. And I think I was going to use Aggramar for draw if I was going to play it early, but I think I'm now going to use it for damage. Okay. For a Highlander deck, this is the best answer for them. So, a little bit salty about that.
None can stand against Taylor. Our adversaries will know our rage.
I'll crack ya!
Okay.
No matter the danger.
Cool. 6 mana do nothing. Love to see it. At 16. So Huffer is 2. Then I can play 4 bananas on him so I can get him to 8 to 13. I'm 1 off lethal.
Think, Bran, think.
But I think that's what I do still. Wait, I'm not 1 off lethal. I have lethal. 7, 12. No, I don't have lethal. Why did I think pushing the button was lethal? Sure. That puts up quite a lot of threat. As I have 7 damage, you know, on board. I'm just not including Cluffer, by the way. I mean with the button and the weapon. Ah! You're a Highlander deck and you've had the perfect draw. A little bit upset with this. Oh well.
I'll crack ya!
Wow, that did more damage than I was expecting to the face. So 16 is what they're at right now. I'm going to need Hearth, because I'm going to need a refill. This is where they really know and just, like, destroy me. Cool. Kill your own minions, that's fine. That's not fine, though. That's really bad. If they're smart, they'll generate a one-drop weapon as well. Just to keep them alive. Yeah, I need Hearth. It's literally my only win condition now. All the other cards will be too slow. Too low value. I need 6 mana draw 8. You tried.
They love a little fiddle.
I guess this is going to be 10 mana, Wind Fury, Armor, Lifesteal. I mean, it can't get Lifesteal and Wind Fury, but you know, it's going to be that type of deal. The greediest weapon known to mankind. Okay, the only win condition now is literally Hearth.
My blood boils for war.
And even then, Hearth as a win condition now is basically negligible. This warrior is the luckiest player I've ever seen, by the way. For a Highlander deck, they had, like, the perfect answers. The only thing they've missed is Reno to kill my location. But all the armor gain they had, early on, the 0 mana gain 6. They had Aftershocks, they had... What else did they have?
Here, have a balloon.
They have Nostalgic Clown for 8 additional damage. Kind of interesting. I theorized this would be good in this deck. Okay, well, if we don't draw Hearth, it is lethal, so...
You fold.
Plate Breaker. That's the card I need. I need it to manifest out of Wild and into my hand. Hearth, do you have a Plate Breaker in you? I'd still lose is the sad thing. No. Alright, well played.
Mighty good work. The others will...
Don't do the lottery, there's no chance you're winning it. You've used all of your luck. As much as I'd like to say it was 599 to 1, 5 and 2 this deck went. Pretty good. There's some minor changes I would make. I would probably put another drawer card in the deck, even if it was just a Panna. There were a few times we emptied the hand. Saved by... whatchamacallit? We were saved by Hearth one time, but that time, no Hearth for us. I believe there are other iterations of the deck that run stuff like Kodobane. I think that would be a pretty sensible add to the deck. In fact, drop Kill Command, add Kodobane. I can definitely see that being a little bit stronger. Gives you a little bit of an extra refill. Gives you like your Barrels of Monkeys, your Patchwork Pals, your Bananas, your Snakes. You're at a little bit low on the old 3s. You get a Saddle Up, maybe, but there's only 2 in the deck. Maybe you drop something else for the Kill Command anyway. Maybe the Observer of Mist is no longer good enough because of the Awakening Tremors nerf. I'm not entirely certain. Anyway, pretty solid deck, pretty fun. If you want quick gains that you're more likely to win, I would say play Token Hunter. I think it's pretty solid right now. Anyway, YouTube, if you enjoyed this, why not leave a like and subscribe? Everyone helps me out. I'll see you again next time. Bye!